Hi, my name's Ollie Witt and I'm at Overland Batteries here today, and I want to go through some setups with you. So we're going to go through some common setups using these three aircraft here. We're going to help you, hopefully, obtain the perfect setup for your model, and in the process hopefully we'll be able to answer some frequently asked questions that we get here in the office. So we're going to use these three models here. We've got the E-flite Yak 54. It's a model made out of foam and it's got carbon fibre in it, designed by the famous aerobatic pilot Kike Somanzini. We've got the Park Zone Radian glider, which is a great evening flyer in the summer, something like that. It's a great aircraft to fly. And I'm also going to show you one of my F5D pylon races as well, so we'll quickly go through the setup of that. Something a bit different. Okay, so the E-flite Yak. It's a 3D machine built for aggressive manoeuvres. It's really strong and tough. It's got large control surfaces, digital servos all the way around, and it's got lots of power and lightweight. That's what we need in this 3D aircraft, lots of power and lightweight. Okay, so for a 3D setup, what you're going to be looking for is around 200 watts per pound. You're going to want a large prop, and they're usually driven by outrunner motors. They're low kV, and the whole setup's got to be really lightweight. You want a lightweight setup so that you can get pulled through the air really easily by the large prop. The large prop's great for slow speed flying, so when you're prop hanging, doing your spins, you're going to want a large prop because it means it can pull you through the air at the slow speeds. Okay, so this setup, we've changed the motor, and it's got a C3548 Overlander motor in it now. That's an outrunner motor. It runs a 12/6 prop with a 60 amp speed controller, and we're running a 4S 2700 30C battery. These are our new 30C batteries. They're really powerful. Gives us about 10 minutes 3D flying on this aircraft, and it's great fun performance. Okay, so that's the setup for a 3D aircraft like this one here. Okay, so now we're going to move on to the Park Zone Radian glider. This is a glider type aircraft, obviously. Got a large wingspan with lots of dihedral at the tips, so it's really stable. It's meant for climbing and gliding, so you can throw it off, climb up to a high height, cut the motor off and glide down. It's a really sedate flyer. You can chuck it around as well, which is good fun. But basically, yeah, it's built for long duration, summer evening flying. It's great for just chucking in the car. For a glider type aircraft, you're going to want around 100 watts per pound. That's going to give us a nice sedate performance with a low weight package. It's going to not cost the earth as well. You're going to want a large folding propeller on the front. Folding propellers are great because when you've climbed up, you can cut the motor off and you can program the speed controller so that the motor will stop rotating and the prop will fold, so it's a lot less drag, which means you can fly for a lot longer. You're going to want an outrunner motor or a geared in-runner type motor, and you're still going to want low KVs. This aircraft has got the standard Park Zone setup in it. It's a really cheap setup, it works great. It's got the brushless outrunner 480 motor. It's got a 30 amp speed controller, and in this one we're running the 1300 11.1 volt 25C batteries. This is great. Gives us around 45 minutes flying if you fly it sedately, or if you're chucking it around you can still get 20 minutes flying, so it's a great battery to have in it. Really lightweight still, and all round a good model. This model weighs about 1.5 pounds, so we've got about 160 watts in the model, which makes for a great performance. Okay, so now I'm going to show you something slightly different. This is one of my F5D pylon races. This one's called Stratair Demon. It's all carbon fibre construction, and it's a great high performance model. These models go at over 200 miles an hour in a straight and level flight, so it's great fun. In this model we've got a Mega F5D motor, an 80 amp speed controller, and we're running 5S. So in here we've got a 3S pack and a 2S pack, and you can see I've connected the black wire of the 3S pack to the red wire of the 2S pack, so that gives us all in all a 5S pack, which is 18.2 8.5 volts. And this is a 2,200 mAh pack, and these are the 35C packs. So really great packs actually. I get about probably 2 minutes flying at full throttle with those packs. So everything's working slightly harder in this model than the other two models. For going really fast, you're going to want to run small propellers with a high kV motor, and that means that you get the pitch speed up. So your pitch speed is how fast the pitch of the propeller is trying to pull you through the air, basically. So if you can get the pitch speed up, you're going to be going faster. The props on here is swinging around at around 25,000 RPM, so it's not a setup to be messed with. Everything's got to be in balance, and I fine-tuned all the propellers and everything for this. I've got 5 servos in this model, 4 in the wings because I've got flaps in the wings, and 1 on the elevator. They're all digital servos, and I'll show you the inside. Okay, so inside the model you can see I've got a separate receiver pack here. When you're running a 5S setup, you don't really want to be running a BEC, so you don't really want to use the flight packs to control your servos. So I've got a small 5-cell 300 mAh overlander pack here. This one's 2/3 AAA, so if you imagine the length of your AAA packs that you might put in your television remote, these cells are 2/3 the length of that, and there's 5 of them in here. So this is a 6-volt pack, it's great. No lockouts or anything like that with this pack. Having a 3 and a 2 cell pack means that I can put them in different places, which is great because obviously it's a very small, compact model. And I've also got 6mm connectors on here. A lot of people don't realise how big a connectors you need, because this model pulls a constant 50 amps when it's in the air. It's 80 amps when you're launching it, but it's 50 amps when we're flying. So you need large connectors, otherwise you lose a lot of energy and it becomes very inefficient, because if I use something like Dean's in this, everything would get very hot very quickly. So I would recommend using large connectors on your next project. I've got an 80 amp speed controller in here. I'm using the Overlander XP speed controller, and like I said before, a mega motor. Okay, so I hope what we've gone through today has helped you out. In the details of this video we're going to put some links to all the setups we've talked about, and also conversion charts. So we've got conversion charts from IC to electric, and we've got conversion charts for 3D flying, so what kind of motors you're going to need for your aircraft weight, and we've also got conversion charts for regular flying. So we've got a lot of stuff to help you out, and if you need any more help, don't hesitate to email at support@overlander.co.uk, and we'll help you out as much as possible getting the perfect setup for your aircraft. Thanks for watching.